Hello, new fifth graders. I'm so excited to get to call you guys that now because you are officially in the fifth grade. So I hope you guys are ready for a relaxing summer and that you are so relieved to be done with distance learning for the year and are ready to take a good break. We don't take a complete break in the summertime. We do have just a little bit of work to make sure we keep our brains going. And one of those things you're required to do is summer reading. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what that's going to look like this year. So you should be getting an email from me soon, and it's going to have all of your summer reading requirements listed in there. And I just wanted to make a quick video so I can go over those requirements with you and make sure that you understand what we're doing. But if you have any questions, make sure you email me. I'll check all summer long. So the first thing you're going to need to do is check out which books you are going to be required to read this year. The first one everybody is going to read. Miss McCullough is going to send you home with the book Flora and Ulysses by Kate D. Camillo. That author should ring lots of bells for you because you already read The Miraculous Journey of Edward Tulane by the same author. So this is another book by the same author, and we're going to do just a little bit of discussion about those two books connecting to each other. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to pick a book from a list that you have provided. There are 4 different genres listed. There's realistic fiction, historical fiction, fantasy fiction, and mystery. There are a couple books under each of those categories. You have to pick one book. So one book in addition to Flora and Ulysses. So for a total of 2 books. Once you pick your books and you read them, I want you to scroll to the bottom of this document, and there are 3 projects that you need to complete during the summer. They're going to be due at your first library session with me. I'm not exactly sure what the date's going to be just yet because our calendar's not solidified, but I'll keep you posted. As soon as I know, I'll let you know. So at the start of the school year, your first library class, these projects are going to be due. The first one you've already completed. So if you think back to maybe a month or 2 ago where I asked you to recreate the cover of your favorite book, you're going to do the same thing again, but with one of the covers of the 2 books you read. So pick one of those books and you're going to recreate the cover. So here is my example again, just to remind you. So I chose Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, and I recreated it with photography using my kiddos and my husband. You can use whatever method you want. You're just going to pick one of your books and you're going to recreate the cover. You can use family members and friends and yourself if you want and do photography. You could also do art, so you could recreate it by drawing it or painting it or using Play-Doh or clay. You could use manipulatives like build the scene out of Lego or using action figures. Be as creative as you want. Think outside the box, but you need to recreate the cover of one of those books. Make sure it includes the title and the author. Your second project utilizes a website called Padlet. You might have used that this year with Miss McCullough. If you haven't, it's super easy to use, but I'm going to show you what it looks like when you click the link I give you. You are going to be taken to a website that looks like this. Sorry, I'm trying to get it straight for you. Up at the top, it gives you your instructions on what you're supposed to write about. Make sure you read those carefully and that you answer all the questions that I ask you. When you're ready to write, this pink button down here, that plus sign, is how you create your new post. When you pull it up, it's going to give you a little square. In the title, I want you to put your name. And then in the box provided, I want you to answer all the questions I give you. Make sure you write in complete sentences and that you edit your work so it's as complete and as correct as you possibly can make it. Your third project is going to be to write a book review on one of the books you've read. So choose the opposite of what you did your book cover on. But you're going to write a book review and you are going to make sure you tell me, again, the title and the author in that book review. Make sure you give a summary and some of the things you loved about the book. Any criticisms you have for the book, so anything you might have changed or wished had changed in the story. And then who do you recommend this book to? You can also give it a star rating. So on a scale from 1 to 5 stars, is this a 1-star book where it wasn't that great, or a 5-star book that you really, really loved it, or is it somewhere in between? And then tell me why. You can do this book review on a Google Doc if you want, or you could handwrite it on paper. You could do it on a poster board. Again, be creative, but it's due when we come back to school, okay? Make sure it's nice and neat and tidy. And let me see if there's anything else I have to tell you. Nope, I think that's it. So those are your 3 projects. Those are the books you need to read. And again, if you have any questions, please make sure you email me. I will be looking for those emails and I'm happy to respond to you. Okay? I hope you have a wonderful summer break and I look forward to seeing you in the fall.